Good morning, Rufus here. You know what the difference is between Americans and Norwegians? Norwegians only talk to me when they're completely wasted. I realized that yesterday at the Milkers' New Year's gathering. All of a sudden, all of Seaman's friends were really nice to me, inviting me to this and that, promising to help out, all sorts of stuff. I figured maybe they'd been avoiding me because of the language, or our weird president. But no. Turns out, over here, everyone avoids everyone until they get drunk. Then they're all friends. Strange culture. Anyway, welcome to Episode 6. So the plan for today was to start prepping the fields. But as you can see, I woke up to everything covered in snow. So that's not happening. Which basically leaves me with two options. Either I crawl back into the caravan, watch some Netflix and wait for it to melt, or I head back into the woods and cut down some more trees. And right now, I'm not really in a position to choose comfort over common sense. So, yeah, back to the woods it is. Another thing I found out yesterday, before Seaman got drunk and fell asleep in the milker's doghouse, is that his bales are bigger than mine. He says he's got normal bales, and I've got the small ones. So that explains why the store paid less. Turns out they didn't rip me off after all. Alright, the sun's out and the snow's starting to melt, so I should be able to get back to the field soon. I was a bit worried there for a moment, thought the whole plan was falling apart. But there's still time left today to catch up on what I had planned. Before I can seed the grass, I need to get some lime down and spread some fertilizer. So if I can get that done, everything's ready for seeding in March. The second batch of bales is also getting close to being fully fermented, so hopefully I can sell those later today, before the price drops too much. Oh, another thing, I know it's been a while since I last went through the finances with you, but I promise I'll do that tomorrow. I'll show you all the earnings and expenses since I took over the farm back in August. But I really want to include the money from the second batch of bales. Just makes the numbers look a bit better. So yeah, that's why you'll have to wait until tomorrow. Anyway, let's see how this new spreader works. Ah, crap. Missed a bit there. Gotta move a little closer to the edge. But I don't want to waste too much lime either. I didn't really take that into account when I calculated that I needed 8 bags. Alright, I think I found the right distance to the edge there, but I ran out of lime pretty quickly. I really hope I bought enough. Not exactly keen on making another trip into town. I'm already a bit behind schedule because of the snow. Alright, I'm about done with the first field. Took me around an hour and a half. So I'd better get started on the second one right away. No time for a break. Since I've got the equipment to make bales, I'll stick with grass on both fields. At least for now. Probably for a few seasons to be fair, but I do want chickens on the farm. Not because I like chickens, but I do like the idea of them making eggs while I sleep. Problem is, they need a lot of feed, and I don't really want to spend my hard-earned money on that. So I'm thinking, maybe I carve out a third field, grow some wheat or barley for them. The 2 fields I've got already pretty much take up the whole property, but there might be room for a smaller third one, and a spot for the chickens. Or maybe that's something that'll have to wait until I can afford more land. We'll see. Oh, crap. Of course I ran out of lime before I was done. So I'll have to get the front loader ready and head back into town, pick up some more. Might as well grab some fertilizer while I'm there, since I'll need it for the next step anyway. Looks like another late night. But it's not too bad now that the days are getting longer. November's the worst. I hate November. June, though, that's the best. Warmer weather, loads of daylight, and the whole summer still ahead. Of course, I forgot to bring the extra weight. Yeah, this isn't going to work. So I'll have to head back and pick it up. Alright, definitely works better with some extra weight, but it's just about enough for this job. So Swifty's not going to handle anything much heavier than that. Anyway, time to get these bags loaded onto the trailer and head back. Still got a field to finish. Alright, I'm finally done with the second field. Looks like it takes about 9 to 10 bags of lime for both fields, so my calculation was a bit off. Anyway, there's still a few hours left before I call it a day. I was hoping to get the fertilizing done and maybe head into town to sell the bales. They might actually be ready now, so I think I'll check that first. They're not quite ready yet, but it looks like they're all above 90%, so hopefully they'll be ready by the time I'm done fertilizing. Alright, the fields are fully prepped now and ready for seeding next month. Fertilizing went a bit quicker than I expected, so the bales still aren't ready. So I figured I might as well head into town and pick up everything I need for the next step. According to Seaman, I'll need a seeder, some grass seed, and a roller. I checked the prices earlier and I should be able to get everything for around 10 grand. Alright, I've picked up everything I need for tomorrow when planting season starts. Back in Texas, when I used to think about this whole farm idea, it was always spring or summer in my head. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next few months. I'll admit though, the Norwegian winter's been a bit rough. It's not like there's been a lot of snow this year, but the darkness, my God, it really gets to you. Alright, I'm on my way back from town. I had some timber lying around from earlier today, so I sold that. But the real money's going to come from the bales, and they're finally ready. I'm curious what a load will go for now that the prices have dropped a bit. I got around $6,800 per load back in January. Okay, just under 6,600. So it hasn't dropped that much. Alright, coming in with the fourth load. I think all this money's going to have to go into upgrading Swifty. There are 3 things I want to get my hands on as soon as possible. First, a new tractor that can handle heavier equipment. Then, a combo baler and wrapper. That's high on the list. And a stump grinder to deal with all the stumps left after all those hours in the woods. I need to clear the stumps from the fields, and also from the area I'm planning for a third field, and the chickens. Alright, I've just sold the last load, and the balance is looking pretty healthy. Just over 90 grand. But I'm exhausted. It's well past midnight, and I should have been in bed a long time ago. And it's not like I can sleep in tomorrow. Got to get up early, go through the finances with you, and then head out to start seeding the grass. Good night, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.